1959, Siberia, minus 40 degrees. A Soviet scientist walks into a fox farm. These foxes are pure nightmare. They scream if you get close. They will rip your hand off. They have never been touched by a human without trying to bite. And this guy has the dumbest idea in history. What if I only breed the nice ones? That is it. That is the entire rule. Bite a handler? You are out. Your bloodline ends. Be chill. You get to have as many babies as you want. Dmitry Belyaev starts an experiment that should take 10,000 years. He wants to do it in a lifetime. He creates two lines. One line is the nice foxes. The other line is the nightmare foxes. The meanest, most aggressive ones. He breeds mean to mean, nice to nice. 5 years pass. The nice foxes start changing. Not their behavior, their bodies. Floppy ears. Like a puppy. Curly tails. Spotted coats, black and white patches that wild foxes never have, shorter snouts. They start whimpering like actual babies. They lick his hands. He did not breed for that. He only bred for nice. So why is the whole animal rebuilding itself? One switch. It is called neural crest cells. Think of it as the volume knob for fear. These are baby cells that become adrenal glands, become bone, become fur color, become teeth. Turn down fear, you accidentally turn down everything else that comes from those same cells. Less adrenaline. Smaller adrenal glands, less bone growth, different pigment. One domino. The entire animal collapses and rebuilds into something cuter, smaller, friendlier. That is domestication. That is not training. That is genetic rewiring. And this is exactly how your dog was made. Only it took us 15,000 years, not 5. Rewind 50,000 years. You are cold. Starving. It is dark. A wolf is watching you from the edge of your firelight, but it does not attack. It cannot. It is thinner than you are. Your trash pile, your bones and scraps, is its only chance to survive the winter. It creeps closer. Your kids notice. They do not scream. They are curious. Now you have a choice. The mean wolf? It stays in the forest. It starves. If it comes close, you throw a spear. You kill it. The one by your fire, you throw it meat. Not because you're nice, because it is useful. It barks when the bear comes. It barks when strangers come. It sleeps next to you and keeps you from freezing to death in minus 30. You do this for 500 generations. You do not even know you are doing it. Every generation, the friendliest wolf gets more food, has more pups. The meanest wolf gets nothing, dies. After 1,000 years, that wolf is different. Its skull is smaller, its teeth are smaller, it looks at you longer. And something insane happens in both your brains. Scientists found this. When you stare into your dog's eyes and your dog stares back, you both get a flood of oxytocin, the same chemical that bonds a mother to a baby. A wolf does not do this. A dog does. We hijacked the mother-baby bonding system across species. We have proof how old this friendship is. In Germany, they found a grave, Bonn Oberkassel. 14,000 years ago, a man and a woman buried with a puppy. The puppy was sick. It had canine distemper. It would have died in a few weeks without human care, but it lived for months. Someone carried it, fed it, cleaned it. They loved it before it was even useful. That is not a tool. That is family. A Chihuahua and a Great Dane are the same animal, remixed for 15,000 years. One was bred to fit in a pocket. One was bred to fight bears. Both are wolves buried under layers of human patience. Dogs changed everything, not just because they made us better hunters, because they wanted to be near us. They chose us. That is friendship across species. And friendship is an alien concept in nature. But dogs gave us love. Horses gave us something way more dangerous. Power. Picture a wild horse. It will kill you. It weighs 500 kilos of pure muscle and panic. It kicks. It bolts. But 5,000 years ago in Kazakhstan, the bow tie people said, I am sitting on it anyway. Archaeologists know because they found mare's milk in ancient pottery there. They were not just riding them. They were milking them. They were living with them. They bred the ones that did not buck them off. They kept doing it, year after year, century after century. Over hundreds of years, the horse stopped panicking, stopped fighting, started accepting a human on its back. Its back got stronger. Its temperament got calmer. Then, 3,800 years ago, the Sintashta people invent something terrifying. The spoke wheel. Light, fast, strong. They put it on a chariot. They hitch it to those domesticated horses. Game over. If you have a horse and a chariot, you move 5 times faster than the guy running on foot. You can shoot arrows while moving. You can carry food, weapons, people. You are the tank. He is the pedestrian. You conquer everything. Language, technology, war. The Indo-European languages spread across continents on horseback. And here is what is insane. Almost every modern horse on Earth comes from one successful lineage. Geneticists call it DOM2. One group of people got the formula perfect. Their horses were so good, so fast, so strong, that they outcompeted every other wild horse and domesticated horse on the planet. Spread from Europe to Asia, became every horse you see today. One domestication, one species, altered the entire trajectory of human history. So why horses? Why not zebras? Why cows and not buffalo? Why pigs and not wild boars that kill you? A biologist named Jared Diamond cracked it. An animal has to pass 6 tests to be domesticable. 1. Can it eat what we eat, or at least what we can grow? 2. Does it grow up fast enough to be worth it? 3. Will it actually have sex in a cage? 4. Is it chill by nature, or is it born aggressive? 5. When it panics, does it run away or does it kill you? 6. Does it live in a hierarchy where it will accept a human as the boss? Horse eats grass, grows up in 4 years, breeds in captivity, pretty chill. When it panics, it runs, and it follows a leader. 6 for 6. Easy mode. Zebra eats grass, sure, but takes longer to grow up, will not breed in a cage, and it is not just aggressive. When a zebra panics, it does not run away like a horse. It turns, it charges at you, it bites and does not let go. You lose fingers, you lose hands. People have tried for 300 years. No one has ever truly domesticated a zebra. And its herd? No leader, just chaos. Every zebra for itself. You cannot domesticate chaos. You are trying to tame a tiger that also does not recognize authority. This is why Europe got lucky. Europe had horses, cows, pigs, sheep, goats, all 6 for 6 animals. Africa had zebras, buffalo, elephants, hippos. All failed the test. It was a genetic lottery, and the winners conquered the world. But here is where it gets weird. Not every animal waited for humans to domesticate them. 12,000 years ago, in the Fertile Crescent, humans start farming. Storing grain, big piles of grain, and suddenly there are rats everywhere eating everything. Then wildcats figured it out. Nobody brought them, nobody trained them. They just walked into the grain store, saw the all-you-can-eat rodent buffet, and decided to stay. Humans did not chase them away. Why would they? Free pest control, no rats. That is self-domestication. The animal chose us. And here is the difference. Humans actively rebuilt dogs for 15,000 years, cows for 10,000 years, horses for 5,000 years. Cats? We barely did anything. And even now, a house cat can leave, live feral, hunt, survive. A chihuahua dies in the wild in a week. A house cat just moves out and gets a new job. Same with pigs. A wild boar is a nightmare. Aggressive, fast, tusks that will rip you open. But put it near human trash for a few hundred generations, it gets lazy. Fatter, less aggressive, its skull shrinks, its tusks shrink. It becomes a farm pig. It domesticated itself for garbage. While all this was happening, something else was happening to us. Back to those foxes. After 40 years, something weird happens that Belyaev never expected. The tame foxes start barking. Not like dogs exactly, but they are producing sounds wild foxes never make. They are crying, whining, howling for attention, begging. He never selected for barking. It just appeared. As a side effect of being nice, they also stayed cute forever. Floppy ears, round faces, big eyes, shorter noses. It is called neoteny, staying baby-like into adulthood. Every domesticated animal does this. Dogs look like baby wolves. Cows look like baby aurochs. Pigs look like baby wild boars. Even our crops do it. Corn looks like baby teosinte. And us? Humans, 50,000 years ago, had heavy brows, massive jaws, thick skulls. We looked mean, aggressive. Modern humans? We look like baby versions of them. Smaller face, bigger eyes, smaller teeth, less aggressive. We domesticated ourselves. Over 50,000 years, we selected for cooperation, for people who could live in villages without killing each other every day. The aggressive ones got exiled or executed. The cooperative ones had more kids. We bred out our own aggression, and we got cuter as a side effect. You are looking at self-domestication every time you look in a mirror. And here is the part that breaks brains. Domestication does not go one way. You domesticated cows for milk and meat. Cows domesticated you right back. Most adult humans cannot digest milk. We are not supposed to. Like all mammals, we lose the enzyme after we are babies. But people who lived with cows for thousands of years, they mutated. In just 10,000 years, they evolved lactase persistence, the ability to digest milk as an adult. A single gene mutation that spread like wildfire through Europe and Africa because it gave you extra calories and clean water from milk. The cow changed your DNA. Your dog changed your brain chemistry. Your horse changed your wars and your languages. And your farm animals gave you your deadliest plagues. Flu came from pigs and ducks. Measles came from cattle. They killed more humans than any predator in history ever did. But they also made civilization possible. Without cows, sheep, goats, and pigs, you do not have food security. You are one bad winter away from starvation. With them, you have milk, meat, wool, leather. You can stay in one place. You can build a city. You can have extra kids because you have extra calories. Think about what just happened here. 50,000 years ago, you are freezing, starving. A wolf wanders into your fire. You decide to trust it. That one choice ripples forward. It takes 5,000 years, but that wolf becomes a dog, your best friend. The reason you survived the Ice Age, that horse takes 50 generations to domesticate, but when it works, you can move across continents. You can conquer. You can trade. You can build empires. That cow takes thousands of years, but your body literally evolves to drink it. Your DNA changes because of it. You are thinking across generations like no other animal on Earth can think. That is not strength. That is not speed. That is patience. No other species has this. No other animal is crazy enough to reshape another organism across centuries for a payoff it will never personally see. To feed a wolf pup knowing your great-great-great-grandchildren will have a dog. Go look at your dog tonight. That is not just a pet. If you looked at your dog a little differently after this, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves their dog.